What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Surfing the Stream, where every week we're in a quest to find out what is the greatest movie of all time. I am Matt Primo, joined by Josh Primo.
What's up, bitches?
Welcome to this holiday week episode for y'all. Happy Thanksgiving. I don't know exactly when this episode is coming out that week, but we're recording beforehand. So happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving. And this week we are reviewing I guess it's a B-rated movie. Who would have thought? Last Survivors, which you can find on Hulu as of right now. So I just want to go ahead and reiterate the fact that Josh chose this when before we review this. I just want to mention that. So anything past this point, just know that it's all because of Josh. But before we jump
You're
into
welcome.
the actual, you're welcome. Before we jump into the review, if you like what we're doing here, there are some links down below. Okay. There's a link to our Patreon, to our merch. There's links to all of our social media accounts. Go like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, do all that bullshit. It really does help us out a lot. And we would greatly appreciate your support in any type of capacity that you would be willing to provide. Shout out to that as well. But yeah, reviewing Last Survivors this week. Have not decided what the following week is going to be. The week past Thanksgiving. I kind of want to watch something. I want to watch a classic, a movie that I really fucking like. But I also want to. I don't know. I feel like after watching this movie, I feel like Josh deserves me to fuck him in some type of way. So I'm on the fence about what I'm going to do. So y'all just stay tuned for that.
I mean, I might have had more fucking research time if you wouldn't have sprung this on me within fucking 5 minutes. What we need to do too this week.
I'm just gonna leave this here, okay? When you pick out a movie, I go ahead and have it lined up what movie I'm gonna do next. So it's called being prepared for the moment, sir.
Oh, well, if I had 7 vacation days every week, then I'd be prepared too. Oh, excuse me.
And and yet here we are where you're not prepared.
I know, motherfucker. Some of us work for a living.
Oh.
I mean, how hard is it to go? 226, send me an email.
Hey, since we're on the subject of just making up lies, I have a huge dick.
I bet it tastes good too.
This guy just fucking telling all kinds of lies. Fuck. They really do let people get on podcasts and say whatever they want, guys.
No, you edit me out a lot, you motherfucker.
That's because you say some shit that shouldn't be said. Or actually, you can say it. It's just frowned upon.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
I say what we all think in the back of our head to be like, yeah, it'd be fucked up if I said that.
They're like, damn, that's fucked up. But he's not wrong.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and fucking get into this fucking review, man. Last Survivors, a father and son who have been living off grid for 20 years encounter an outsider who threatens to destroy the utopia they've built. This movie was directed by Drew Mario. I don't know how to fucking say it. Go fuck yourself. It has a runtime of 1 hour and 38 minutes. It stars Drew Van Acker, Alicia Silverstone, and Stephen Moyer. So two decently, I'd say two big names, but I mean, Alicia Silverstone was big back in the fucking 90s. But we have Stephen Moyer, who is supposedly like, wasn't he? I think he was in True Blood or some shit like that. I think that's the TV show he was in. Josh probably knows. He probably watched that. And he just doesn't want to admit it.
True Blood?
True Blood.
I don't know what the fuck that's about.
I don't know what it's about, but I want to find out.
Don't be sticking the old devil shit up in my face.
It's vampires.
Devils, vampires, same thing.
Yeah. It was released February 3rd, 2022, and it has, like I said, a runtime of 1 hour and 38 minutes. There is no fun facts. There's no budget. So that's what we're gonna end that segment on, guys, as we jump into our expectations going into this movie. And I'll go first. I'll go first for once. I had no expectations because I knew what was gonna fucking happen. It wasn't the fact that I kind of, oh, maybe this will happen in the movie. No, I fucking knew that it was not gonna be a great movie. So I wasn't expecting much. Okay. I was hoping for the best. I was hoping for some tension and some good pacing. And I mean, it was paced well, I guess you could say. But those are my expectations. What about you, sir?
I expected it to be a little bit smaller of a dick, but no, no, you surpassed that expectation. I don't know, man. For a fucking last minute watch, I was like, this has, some hope. I literally seen just a little bit of a trailer on it, and I was like, well, fuck, he's pushing me to find a movie. Let's just do this one. But I see how ungrateful this dick is, so that was my expectation.
So literally millions of movies have been made ever. Millions. And you said, "Oh my, I'm feeling rushed. Let me fucking pick a movie. So let me pick you pick this one. This was the one that caught your eye.
I mean, you wanted me to pick what, scene two?
Fucking pick something."
I
I
mean, it
mean,
wasn't all that fucking bad.
okay, all right. So let's jump into our general impressions. Um, what part do you think is not bad?
I think the overall story is not bad. I'm not saying it was fucking executed well. I'm I thought the pacing was good.
It wasn't bad.
I mean the the ending was kind of fucking stupid, but I don't know. I mean, it's not a fucking great movie, you fucking dick face, but it's not a fucking terrible movie like you're making it sound.
So, mm, I will say this, okay? Completely honest here. I didn't hate the movie. All right. I didn't fucking hate it. I'm not going to sit here and say that I liked it or that I'm ever going to watch it again because I'm not. But we have reviewed way worse movies on the podcast before than this one. Now, with that being said, it does some shit that kind of pisses me off. I do think the story, the overall story, like Josh said, isn't bad. I think it's one of the more interesting aspects of the entire movie. And I don't know, maybe the first 30 minutes of the movie, I think is some of the, I'll go with the first 30 minutes. I think the first 30 minutes of the movie, it is not good. Like I texted you and I said, you fucked me, man. You fucked me. Because I don't know how I'm going to get through this fucking movie. But after that, after like 20, 30 minutes, the movie kind of picked up and it has a twist, but it's a twist that you can see from fucking miles away. Okay. Like you fucking know it's coming. And I think it was, I don't know. I expected, I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't expect it to be a twist kind of movie, I guess is what I want to say. But I'm not disappointed by it either. What do you think about it?
I'm thinking Alicia Silverstone gave up the fucking poo nanny at the age of 40 to an 18-year-old and then was like, yeah, I probably should go back to my husband. I'll catch up with you.
I'll catch up with you later. And that dude,
We're not
man,
in the same spots in life.
totally fucking like, how bad were you in bed, man? That she fucking said, eh.
Yeah, I get what they were shooting for. I think it fell short on it because they kind of wanted it to seem like it was, a post-apocalyptic world, and that's why he was going through the old doctor's office or whatever. But I felt like it just got to that point, and it was like, fuck it, we need to end this anyways. That
Right.
was my, the whole Alicia Silverstone and her husband. That just didn't flow right into the movie, I don't think.
the question is,
I,
what
I
did it
honestly,
add to the movie?
I, I don't know.
I mean,
A way out?
I don't know if we even. I mean, if you want to go with, okay, well, it ended this way. Now she's back with her family and she wishes him well and yada yada yada. I mean, I guess, but I mean, you could just take all that out, make it a shorter movie, and just giving it a better ending than that. I mean, that's just me though.
Yeah, and I just find it hard to believe that there's that close to town and the kids never wandered away before.
20 years
And
and
his dad
nobody
was like, all
and
women
not
are lying whores. And he's like, well, I've never had one. I'd like to fuck one.
a right.
That dude just
I,
had, that dude had poo nanny on his mind. That's all.
I mean, it's the most real fucking movie we've seen, man. Dude is literally just trying to get laid the entire movie.
Fucking A. And I don't know. It kind of, I can give him credit for trying to build the dad's character to show that he is kind of controlling and, you know, it's his fucking way or no way. I appreciated that development on that end, but the Alicia Silverstone with the husband fucks it all up. But we should have went a different way with that love interest. Like the dad should have killed her, and then the son killed the father. It would have been worked out a lot better that way.
The biggest issue that I have with the movie is, well, I guess it's not even the biggest issue because the dialogue is fucking terrible. It seems. Do you know anything about this AI shit that's kind of going on with movies?
No,
So the actors went on strike here recently, and it was related to a bunch of these studios using AI to recreate their faces. So basically, it would create less work for actors because they could just use technology to create the actors and use their voice artificially and shit like that. So it seems like a computer fucking generated this fucking dialogue because it is not good. I absolutely dislike the dialogue in this movie. But what was more atrocious than the dialogue are those fucking flashbacks that we got over the course of the first 30 minutes. For the love of God, that is not how you do flashbacks in a movie, man. Like, I fucking hated those.
yeah, and you can't really flash back to the same fucking scene 7 times.
Right? Right? Like, that was eight, that
I
was at
mean,
least 8 minutes of the fucking 1 hour and 30 long movie.
yeah, it was. It was. I don't know, man. I get why you didn't like it, but I'm not saying it was a great movie by any stretch. Wasn't fucking horrible. Would I say, hey, you need to watch this movie? Probably not.
Well, I ain't
But
got
it's
to the
so
point. Look,
fucking.
I'm focused on the parts that I really hate right now. I'm gonna get to the parts where I
I
kind of
think you
like it.
said the whole movie. I like
Do
the
what?
ending credits.
The ending
I
credits.
said you like the ending credits.
So a couple of things. Alicia Silverstone used to be fucking hot back in the 90s. Okay. We got Clueless, we got Batman and Robin. Um, but let me just tell you this. Alicia Silverstone cannot pull off the name Henrietta. What kind of fucking name is Henrietta? Okay. Have you what kind of fucking name is Henrietta? Okay. That is a terrible fucking name to name one of your characters. I'll just say that. Okay. Nitpicking, but go fuck yourself.
I can 100%. I agree with that. Might as well call her fucking Bethany or uh
Bethany.
Belinda.
Bertha. But the other issue that I have with the movie, okay, um, is just Henrietta herself, and that's her character. Because she's so wishy washy on what she wants. Like she wants to help him 1 second, and is a kind of she kind of acts like a character that you would kind of root for, and you're kind of like, oh yeah, man, yeah, go help him. I can see where she's coming from and shit like that. But then the next second, she's like, fuck this shit. I don't need to deal with this. Go fucking over there. Leave me alone. And she fucking leaves him, and she leaves him, and she ends up going back with her husband or some shit, right? Um, even and that's even after finding out that the dude's kidnapped and he's being held against his will from his father for the last 20 years. Like she legitimately finds out, and then she's like, fuck this shit. I have my own shit to deal with. And you just let that poor boy go back to his fucking dad? So
I mean, she did drain his main vein.
I mean, it's hard to argue. She's like, I've done my part.
The best scene would have been watching them fuck and then doing like a scene with the dad by the waterfall.
Watching them. Yeah. He's like, nothing. I'm not gonna go there. So yeah, I absolutely just dislike Henrietta's character. Um, but I will say one thing. Did you notice how much ass they show in this movie of that dude? It's like every other shot is his ass.
Yeah, there was a lot of fucking shots. I mean, they're fucking, and the only part we get to see is his ass. I mean, I felt cheated.
I felt cheated.
I
I
mean,
was
a little
prime
side boob would have been
something in a turtleneck at least. I'm fucking something.
so, fucking a. And I can imagine Silverstone having those big fucking tater tot nipples. So should give me something.
All I need is fucking 10 seconds, man. Give me a little something I can chew on here.
Fucking a.
Okay. So overall story, not bad. I think the movie it isn't terrible. After about the first 30 minutes, it kind of picks up the pace a little bit. It stops doing all those fucking flashbacks and it kind of focuses on the story a little bit. And that's kind of when it kind of hits the I'm gonna do this because Josh fucking said something on the last episode. Air quotes here. The twist.
Well, this
Sharks with
motherfucker's not petty.
freaking laser beams.
I'm gonna give you that one.
Once that
I'm gonna
twist
definitely give you
happens,
that one.
the movie kind of actually gets better for me. It kind of ditches the wars thing, and I think at the very beginning you're kind of like, what the fuck is what happened in the wars? You know, you're kind of curious, but then you're kind of like not curious at all. And when they just finally fucking ditched all that shit, you're like, okay, this is so much better now. But now we can just focus on this dude being a stalker and trying to get with this girl because her poon was just that fucking good, and it was his first time. But now she doesn't want him. She wants to go back to her husband because he was so fucking terrible. Maybe it was his ass. Maybe it was not his ass. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I digress. So overall, it's not a bad movie. Not a bad movie, but you could do a lot better.
I'm not disagreeing with that on many aspects in life.
I just I just wish Henrietta was better. And then, you know, if when you think about it, Troy was about the only one that was consistent throughout the entire movie in terms of his character, his acting, and so on and so forth. Troy was definitely the most interesting character. I wish they would have dived into him a little bit more. Like, why did he take his son? You know, was it the wife that was, you know, being a woman and just fucking trying to nag him and he just wanted to take the kid away, or what the case
And
was?
shots fired.
I told you, motherfucker, I am ready to go tonight. I fucking cut the red tape, man. We fucking going.
I said, fuck the establishment.
He said they're nagging. And what he wants to say is he
those,
agrees with me.
those are Matt's opinions and Matt's opinions only, not those of the Two Game Podcast or Surfing the Stream.
So I don't know. What do you give this movie, man?
A two. I mean, it wasn't. best watch. It's kind of it's difficult, man. You know, there are problems with this fucking movie, but I'm like you. After I got past the first, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes of it, it wasn't terrible. I'm with you. I think you kind of can predict what's going to happen in this movie, and I think they missed a lot of places they could improve. So hard to give it much more than a two.
I'm gonna give it a 1.5. 1.5. And that's mainly because of the dialogue, the first 30 minutes, those fucking flashbacks were just fucking annoying. Okay. One other thing that I didn't mention, and it's another reason why I'm docking it some points, is so when you watch this movie, you notice some camera shots, some camera angles. I'm like, damn, it's a pretty good camera shot they got right there, you know? And then they followed up with about 10 to 15 terrible fucking shots that I'm like, why the fuck did you film it like this? Like, is like I can't even describe what they were doing, man. It was like they were doing like POV shots at some point, but they were like from the front looking at him,
Yeah,
but it
they
was like
were.
zoomed in. It was some terrible shots and terrible framing in those shots as well. So yeah, for every one that they did great, it was about 10 that they kind of fucking sucked at. So yeah, 1.5 for me. I do not recommend this movie. Go watch something else. I mean, anything,
Yeah.
anything. This
Can't
dude's so
please
butthurt.
everybody.
This dude's so butthurt.
I don't want to be nagging. See if I ever fucking make a fly choice again, man. I am gonna have fucking a reason why I picked the movie next time.
Oh no, don't do that. I'd hate for you to pick a good movie.
Let me just pick fucking Harry Potter, and then that'll make you happy.
No, because legitimately that'd be like one of the worst reviews ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
motherfucker. I bet you if Tom Cruise or fucking Jake Gyllenhaal was in there, you'd have been over there like, this was a good fucking movie.
Sounds like someone's patting water over here.
Yeah.
But guys, if you have made the wrong choice and seen this movie before, let us know in the comments below what you think about the movie.
You're such a fucking dick.
I'm not gonna lie,
Such
man.
a fucking
So
dick.
we filmed this back to back with the review of The Killer. Okay. And I had it in my head, man. I was like, the first review, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Fuck this movie. And then when this review happens, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Fuck this movie, man. Fuck the movie and fuck you for picking it. But you know what? I calmed down a little bit.
Yeah, a little
A little
bit.
bit. It's I, I can't believe you thought this movie was better than that it actually was.
I mean, you got to have a love for B movies to understand it.
Dude, I guess so. I guess so.
I mean, you're so fucking drawn in by glitz and glamour and dick riders. I go after story, action, the actors and actresses, and
You,
their quality of work.
you literally only go to it for the action. What
Whatever,
can keep my
motherfucker.
attention for an hour and a half? 2 hour long movie? That's fucking too long. That's boring. Can't do it.
Oh, let me fucking see Tom Cruise fly a jet. Oh,
I, I I don't know if that was a negative. I think it was a positive. like
I
like
mean,
that comment was like the way you said it, you meant it as a negative, but what you said, it felt like a compliment.
yeah,
I'm so confused. I have a
yeah.
confused
I
boner.
mean, well, or we can sit there and watch.
And this is where Josh cuts out because the fucking world and the internet knows that he is about to say something fucking stupid, so it just cuts him out completely. And I think that's going to be it, guys.
That's
So
the fucking the
all right, guys. I think we lost Josh there. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this episode right here. Are we back?
yeah. You better cut it. I don't know why the fuck my phone's acting up all of a sudden.
But guys, that is going to be it from us. Happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays. We will catch y'all next week on another review. Hopefully a good one. Laters.
Gobble gobble, bitches.